Wow. Lee is beating the shit out of him. 62 significant strikes to 0. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another watch party. UFC watch party, that is. Josh Emmett versus Lerone Murphy. Fight night in Vegas. Time to get into the main card. This is where the real bread's made. This is where the parlays hit or they don't. I'm legit so pumped up for this fight. Torres Finney versus Robert Valentin. This is Torres Finney's first fight in the UFC, undefeated prospect here. If you guys don't know, he had to fight 3 times in Dana White Contender Series to get him a contract into the UFC. Kind of nuts. Does he gas out UFC debut, or does he just totally ragdoll 6'2" Robert Valentin? Torres Finney might just try to spam takedowns, try to spam clinch time, try to spam that control time. The books don't really have this fight going to decision, and I'm thinking if it does go to decision, it's probably Finney from all the control time, right? I believe in Finney. I want Finney to get it done. He's a fan of the page. He's been on our podcast. He's done interviews, but I just don't feel the most confident putting my bread on Torres Finney. Not yet, at least. He needs to prove something in his debut spot here. I really like Torres Finney, personality, the way he fights. I want to play Torres Finney in the video game. Am I tripping for saying that? He's really freaking in the UFC, man, finally. Jeez, he can shoot a double leg. Yep, a lot of body slams from Torres Finney. Literally picked him up and slammed him onto the right beside his corner. If Valentin could keep landing these side elbows to the head like this, could see a knockout here for Valentin as well. We've seen it kind of like Curtis Blades versus Jalton Almeida. Jalton Almeida just went for the takedown in the second round, which I feel like Torres Finney will do here again too. And he could just get pummeled with these side to the head strikes. You know what I mean? He's landed these takedowns, but it's just not doing anything to Valentin. Just shitty because like Khamzat Chimaev, he'll pick you up and then go for your back and submit you. Torres Finney will just pick you up, slam you to the ground, and sit on you and lay on you. That's how he fights. He's not looking for any submissions. You didn't see him trying anything out the box there. Wow, Valentin's throwing crazy good strikes here at the third round. If he doesn't get taken down, which it looks like he's about to, could get a knockout, but 15 seconds in, and Torres Finney is back shooting a double leg. So we're watching Mario Batista versus Jose Aldo in the third round. This is literally what we're getting. He's getting booed at the Fight Apex. This is like the worst stylistic kind of fighter. I hate it. I hate it. Wow, one judge gave it all 3 rounds to Valentin. He literally just held him for 3 rounds. That was so shitty. So shitty. I hated that. I hated watching it. Somebody's going to fraud check him bad, dude. Somebody's going to fraud check that boy bad. Ode Osborne's no joke. He's got crazy striking, but apparently this guy's got crazy striking coming from Contender Series. Crazy enough that he's the favorite in this fight as well. Hoping the experience from Ode pays off here. I'd say Ode Osborne was winning this first round up until this takedown here. He's just flat on his back. Ode finally gets up with 25 seconds left in the round, lands a nice knee to the head. Just tuned in. What did you think about the last fight? Last fight was boring, snooze fest. How am I going to get hyped to cheer for Torres Finney when he just shoots a double leg, doesn't go for any submission attempts? He landed 4 significant strikes in that 15-minute fight, dude, and won a 3-round decision. 4 strikes. He landed 4 strikes. As an analyst, I kind of have to like separate my feelings and attachments to like things, but man, that was fucking bullshit. Ode Osborne, why didn't he go for the finish there? Why didn't he go for the finish? He knocked him down and he just let him lay there. Okay, he gets the finish. Congrats, Ode Osborne. Wow, I'm fucking pumped that Ode Osborne got a win here. Underdog. It was plus 300 if you guys are betting on this one. He was big underdog on this. Excellent counter. Excellent counter, bro. Excellent. Big knockout by Ode Osborne. He drops Louis Guerrero with a massive left hand. Guerrero looked out, but Osborne needed to land a few more shots to get the finish. Big win for Osborne. Ode Osborne has always had that kind of power, and he needed it there. This was a must-win for him, and he does it beautifully. Can Gerald Meerschaert land the submission on somebody who doesn't get taken down? That's the thing. Brad Tavares has great takedown defense. We'll see how great, because Gerald Meerschaert has great wrestling. He has great ground game. So we'll see what happens here. I am taking Tavares, and I'd take him by decision. I think he's going to land more kicks. I think he's going to land more strikes. I don't think he's going to get taken down. I think if it goes to the ground, he'll be on top. He just can't get submitted because Gerald Meerschaert is a real submission threat. Don't get me wrong, he is a real threat. I love the stash on Meerschaert, but not enough to put my money on him. That's not a winning stash in my books. My posters are gonna fall. I know it. I know it. Fuck. I knew that was gonna happen. Embarrassing. That was pretty nonchalant. Like I still haven't even put in a backup yet. So like that was pretty nonchalant, you know? Like what even just happened? Obviously nothing that affected me, you know? Brad Tavares has more time in the octagon than any other middleweight in UFC history. That's a pretty impressive stat. Yep, good job keeping it standing and away from the cage. Exactly, bro. This is keep it in the middle. He's not going to get taken down in the middle of the octagon. He's just not. Perfect by Tavares so far. Tavares is literally putting it together. Nice, Tavares. Nice. Nice teep kick. Nice takedown defense by Brad Tavares. I think that's clear win for Brad Tavares. Is this WWE? This is UFC, baby. This is for the big boys. This is the real stuff, the unscripted. I don't know much about these guys. I can't lie. I haven't seen these guys fight before. I can't act like I have. Or maybe I have and I just don't remember them. I think if you take this fight to go over 2.5 rounds is probably a smart bet. Cortavius Ramos, he is 0-1 in the UFC. Chang Ho Lee is 1-0 in the UFC. He's the favorite. I'd probably take the guy who's undefeated with 1 win. Betting on a guy that's lost his only fight in the UFC probably doesn't make that much sense. A little height advantage, a little reach advantage from Chang Ho Lee. And apparently he hopes to be called the Korean Khabib. So expect a lot of takedowns. Tough fight to predict. Agree, Lee by TKO or decision. Bro, these fights have been so fucking boring, or am I tripping? Yeah, Torres Finney kind of ruined the fun for everybody. I mean, let's look through the card. If you're calling it boring, decision. A big knockout for Reese McKee. That was a sick fight. Totally deformed Daniel Franza's face in the first round. And then Barbosa, the chick, had that submission in the first round. A lot of sharps took that. That was sick. Torres Finney, underwhelming performance. Ode Osborne, what a knockout. Good for him. Brad Tavares, just a long fight. Gerald Meerschaert didn't bring much to the table in that. So I can understand why you're kind of bored. This fight doesn't make sense being this high up on the card as the feature fight. Hopefully it's fireworks. He has Chang Ho Lee's on a 4-fight win streak, 5 wins by knockout. Yeah, Lee is on the single leg here. Kind of what I predicted. Lee is going to be the one getting the takedowns. Lee has him on his back right now in the middle of the octagon. He's in a very dominant position here. 2 minutes left in the round. Pretty entertaining fight. He's got Ramos bleeding, but just getting beat up right now in a horrible position with his leg tie around his hip. Wow. Lee is beating the shit out of him. 62 significant strikes to 0. Yeah, you call that, man. You call that all day. This guy was fucking entertaining, dude. I'm a new fan of this dude. I agree, Blitz. He's got my fandom as well. Whenever I see the Korean Khabib fighting on a card, I'm probably going to bet him, to be honest. Pat Sabatini, we have him getting flatlined here, hopefully. And Sabatini with fucking 4.5 minutes in the round gets him down. Ridiculous. Sabatini's dominating this fight, you could say. I mean, Bisping scored the first round at 10-8. Couldn't believe it. I don't know why I saw this fight Brito being on top. It's just so boring when a fighter just sits on you for 15 minutes. Like, they're just laying on top of you. Sabatini, by fucking hugging him on the ground for 15 minutes, was not my prediction of how this fight went. Motherfucker, man. Fucking Sabini, man. What a shitty way to compete. I agree, man. Great win for Pat Sabatini. Good job. 4 minutes of 30 seconds control time in the first round. 4 minutes, 34 seconds in the second round. 4 minutes and 30 seconds in the third round. Holy shit, we just saw this guy hug him on the ground for 14.5 minutes. Man, we needed Brito by knockout to be like live here for the main event, but we have nothing going into the main event now. We're cooked, boys. I don't think Murphy's going to get reeled into shit. He's going to control him at distance. Leg kicks, body kicks, teep kicks, head kicks, calf kicks. Big jab, big 1-2. A lot of counter striking, a lot of moving back. Emmett's going to be on his front foot most of this fight. Lerone Murphy's going to look like a prime Israel Adesanya here, baby. Keep throwing that kick, Murphy. Keep throwing that kick, bro. He's landing these kind of sneaky elbows when Josh Emmett's coming in. They're both looking real good. Murphy's just landing these kind of elbows. You know, the jab can't earn that much respect. It's not going to knock you out. And now Josh Emmett landed a huge body slam there, kind of. Just kind of threw him, actually. Seems like Murphy kind of running. Murphy's defense is just on one, bro. Murphy's not running. It's just Josh Emmett's style of fighting is walking down like this. There's levels, man. There's levels. Lerone Murphy's showing that he's top 5 here. Undefeated prospect for a reason. He needs a KO. Murphy up on the scorecards for sure, for sure. That's why last second I just had to take that Lerone Murphy decision, dude. I mean, he was running there a bit in the 5th round, but obviously because he thinks he's winning the fight, right? Yeah, Josh Emmett was toasting him a bit there. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. That gave me some Josh Emmett respect points there. He's getting booed crazy loud in the Apex. Get those junkies out of there. Josh Emmett fans out of there. Let him talk. Like, he just beat your guy's ass for 25 minutes. I guess they thought Emmett won too. I guess they thought he was running. I don't think they thought his performance was entertaining. How are you gonna boo that performance after watching Pat Sabatini for 15 minutes? Anyways, Amen. W Stream, you're the GOAT. With the picks, would love to meet one day and talk MMA, bro. Would be dope. Watch some fights, show me around my first event. Pretty sick. Yeah, let me know, man. I'm hoping to go to the Kansas City event. I'm hoping to go to the Montreal event. So if you do go to either of those events, you'll definitely see me there. We do have a reporter at UFC Miami next week. Shout out Mike Owens. He has some really cool stuff planned for that. But yeah, another W stream, guys. I'll be live on Thursday giving you my best picks and predictions, my locks for UFC Miami 314 around 3 p.m. Central Time. And then we'll be live for the fights next week as well. Whether it's here, whether it's at a friend's house, I'll bring my camera. We'll have a good night, play some bets, hopefully win some money. So stay tuned for that as well. Gotta have some brewskis, of course. Stay blessed, my boy. Can't wait for that shit. Awesome, bro. Appreciate you dabbing you up virtual right now. Appreciate you always coming in, bringing good vibes to the stream. I appreciate it a lot. Stay blessed. Have a wonderful night. Don't be afraid to take risks. If life has you down right now, you're gonna get out of that shit. So keep working, keep going hard, stay consistent. Peace.